Hi everyone and Happy New Year! We're finally in 2018. I hope you all enjoyed your holiday season and that your New Year's Eve was fantastic. I'm filming this video now a few days before New Year's, so I don't know how my New Year's is gonna be yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic because we have a lot of fun things planned. I created this cut crease hack tutorial for you guys today because I created a cut crease tutorial for New Year's Eve because I want to do this dramatic gold and purple cut crease look. So I know how to do those and they are a little difficult, and I know a lot of people are avoiding cut creases because they look hard. So I decided to show you the hacked version of doing it because cut creases don't have to be hard. So if you want to see how I got this hacked version of a cut crease, please keep watching. To start off, I'll just be applying my Kiss Beauty All Day Primer all over my face. To highlight, I'm going to use this Kylie Born to Glow liquid highlighter, and I'm just going to be applying it on the high points of my face, and then I'll be going over it with my foundation. I'm using this foundation by LA Girl in the color Porcelain, and I'll be applying it all over my face, and I'll be using my beauty blender to blend it in. For concealer today, I'm giving this Essence Soft Touch Mousse Concealer in the color, in the color Soft Beige, another chance. I've used it a few times before and I wasn't happy with it, but you know, I'm giving it one more shot to see how it works out. So I'm just picking it up with a concealer brush, and I'll be applying it underneath my eyes, and I'll be applying it here on my nose where I have a spot to cover, and I'll also be applying it on my eyelids as a primer. After using the brush to get the concealer in the areas I wanted, I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend it out smoothly. I'm immediately going to set that with some white face powder to prevent as much creasing as I possibly can. Now, I'm still not a fan of this concealer. It works really well as an eyeshadow base, and I've been using it as that for the last few weeks. So I thought, you know, maybe I'll try it again on the rest of my face, but it doesn't blend well and it looks kind of chalky, I'd say. Like, it defines all the pores on your face. I don't know why it does that, but this mousse really does work well as an eyeshadow base. So I'll just be applying it over my lids, as I said, to prime before I go in with any eyeshadow. To balance out the highlight, I'm going to apply a little more of this here on my chin and just a touch on my forehead. And I'm going to blend that all in and set it, and then I'll move on to the rest of my face. Due to all the concealer, I feel my face does look a little light, so I'm going to be taking this dark color and just a touch of it, and I'll be bronzing up my face a bit. So I'll just be going around the edges of my face, like so. I'll be dragging it down my neck so that everything blends well. I'll be applying it around my temples to bring the color up into my face, and I'll also be dragging it here on my cheeks to try and cancel out this extreme white here to create some balance. Like, I know it's going to create a bit of a contrast, but the bronzer is going to put back some color in my face. That's exactly what you use it for. So I'm just putting it there, and see, it defines my cheekbone a little bit, so my cheekbone stands out a bit more, and I really like that, and also doesn't look this pale anymore. So that's why I'm applying the bronzer here. I'm like kind of applying it in a big three, like here and there, and on the other side as well. I just like doing here, here, and then here. To contour my nose, I'm going to be using this brown shade and an eyeliner brush, and I'm simply going to draw 2 small lines here on my nose just to slim this part down a bit, because I got a really big nose apparently. I found that for my nose contour, the 2 things that work best are my fingers and my beauty blender. So what I do is, instead of playing around with brushes, because I tend to mess up more with that, I just use my middle fingers because they're usually clean by this point. Then I rub over the contour to blend it in a little bit, but it's still going to have like a harsh line, you can see. So I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more, and then bounce over with my beauty blender. And then I feel it looks really natural. See, my nose is a lot thinner than it was. And then I can go in with a little bit more powder if I want to slim it down more. But at the moment, I'm happy with what it looks like. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this concealer brush again. And I'm going to take this white powder I used. I'm just going to pack it here on the shadows next to my nose, because that will also help to slim my nose down. So that is about it that I'm going to do for my nose contour. And it does look smaller. I'm pretty happy. Onto eyeshadow, I'm going to show you a hacked version of doing a cut crease. The thing that bothers me the most about cut crease eyeshadow is that you have to go and clean up with concealer, and I always mess that part up. I feel like it's never smooth. I never have the perfect line here, and I don't like it. So I wouldn't often go for a cut crease because it's just so much more work than usual. But I do like the look. So there is an easier way to create it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to take a really small, precise brush, and I'm going to pick up a dark color that I want to make the crease with. And today I just want to work with browns to keep it simple. So I'm going to pick up that brown there, and I'll be picking it up with this brush, and then I'll be drawing my crease in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down at my mirror. I'm going to find where my crease is here at the beginning, and I'm going to draw a thin line from there, following around the curve of my eye. And when I come to the end, I'm not going to take it down to the curve of my eye, I'm going to take it out towards the end of my eyebrow. So the color comes down here and then out there. And there most of the work is done. Now I'm going to take a flat normal eyeshadow brush. I'm going to make sure it's clean, of course, and then I'm going to flip it up. So I'm going to place it here where the eyeshadow is and then flick it upwards to blend the color up. This is going to create the faded look that goes with the cut crease. When you're blending the inner corner of your eye, I didn't start the brown line at the inner corner of my eye. I started up there instead of down here. So now when I'm going in and I'm blending, I'm flicking it upwards, and then once I've blended this part out a bit, I take it down and brush it towards the inner part of my eye, like so. So that it isn't an open white piece, but it isn't too dark either. It's much easier to do it at this point with a flat brush, because then the line is much softer, instead of like a dark thick line, which is a lot harder to blend out. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to start building up the color. So I'm going to be taking the same brush, and I'm going to be picking up a darker brown this time, and I'll again just be drawing over that line, and then I'll be blending it out again, but not as much. So I'm not picking up as much product, and I'm not going to be flicking it out as far. To help blend out this upper part, I'm taking a small blending brush and I'll just be blending above all of that to make sure it blends out smoothly, because it is difficult to perfectly blend out the edges with the flat brush. So I'm just taking it along the top to make sure everything goes smoothly. And there we go. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take this flat brush and I'll be picking up the same two brown colors. I'll be mixing the lighter and the darker one that I used, and I'll just be putting it on my lower lash line and I'll be smoking it out a little bit. The way I like rounding off this look is I like blending the lower lash line up towards the end of the cut crease. So that way it just creates a nice finished shape, and I like the cat eye type of look it gives without you having to wear eyeliner. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the same shader brush and I'm going to be picking up a color to be putting on my crease, and I'm leaning towards something pink today. I'm leaning towards pinky orangey undertones, so I'm going to be mixing those two colors. They're slightly shimmery and I'll be applying them all over my eyelid. I'm also dragging this color out all the way to there so that it fades out towards where the cut crease ends. This same color is going to go on the inner third of my lower lash line. I'm going to be taking this brush I used to fade out the lower lash line, and I'll be picking up the brown colors again, just a little bit, and I'll be fading it out again towards where the cut crease ends, just to round off the look, to make sure that pinky orangey tone doesn't go down too far or anything. This just makes sure everything's in place and looks good. For some highlights, I'll be using this first shade in my LA Girl Ultra palettes, and I'll be applying it in the inner corners of my eyes as well as under my eyebrow. I'm going to be lining my waterline with this Colossal Kajal eyeliner by Maybelline, and then I'll be applying mascara. When I'm lining my waterline, I always like to inch my way in, because sometimes it looks good to have it just on the outer third and sometimes it looks good to have it lined all the way. So I just inch my way if I'm not sure and see how it looks and keep going until I'm happy. I'm also going to take this on my upper lash line. I'm just going to make a really thin line. I'm not going to draw a wing. I don't think I'm going to draw a wing, but I'm going to do that before I do some mascara. Before I play with the eyeliner anymore, I'm going to curl my lashes. I always want to apply eyeliner in a winged form because I just loved having eyeliner wings, but I do that all the time. So I want to figure out a few looks where I don't do that, and I feel this look could actually be pretty nice without it, but my eyes are feeling undefined. But I'm thinking the mascara can really fix that, so let me see if the mascara does the trick before I try doing any wings. I'm using this Crease Cosmetic mascara. The name is Ultra Curl and Volume Mascara, Lashes to Kill. So I'm just going to be applying this on my lashes. I really like using this one because it can look natural, but it can also look dramatic. And I just love that. I mean, mascara you can use for everything. It's the best mascara ever. That is much more like it, but I still feel like I need a little baby wing, so I'm going to be using this liquid eyeliner pen by The Body Shop. It's the skinny one, and I'm going to draw a really small wing, because the eyeliner I did put on my eyes to make my eyes look round, where the eyeshadow make my eyes look long. So what I want to do is just make both things, make my eyes look long, so that I really have this cat-like effect. Moving on to my eyebrows, I'm just going to be combing them out and filling them in a little bit. Nothing extreme, they're just looking a little pale from the foundation I did apply earlier. So I'm just quickly going to do that, and then I'm going to do some blush. When I'm doing my eyebrows, I do like starting at the bottom. I like drawing a straight line under the front part because it's the straight part. And then I do feather-like strokes like that under the curve because I like the bottom being defined. I'm pretty okay with them now. I'm just going to make sure they're even. They're even-ish today, which is not bad. They usually don't turn out this nice. But next thing I said is blush. So I'm just going to be using the 78 colored Beauty Treats palette. And I'll be picking up, because I use light pink, I'm going to go use the light pink blush. And I'll simply be applying a little bit on my cheeks. To give myself like a glowy look, when I'm sure most of the product's already on my cheeks, I blend it and then I blend it up towards my nose here. So it looks like I've got like a little flush of color, and then maybe whatever is left, just a little bit on my nose to add a little color back. And there we go, that is my blush. Onto lips, I'm going to do what I usually do. I've been doing this all the time, but I'm using this pink lip liner by Milai Cosmetics. It's a really natural one, and I'll be lining my lips with it. Next, I'm going in with this lipstick from LA Girl in the color Ooh La La, and I'm going to be applying it to my lips. Going back in with my lip liner, and I'm going to be shading in again. To set this whole look, I'll be using my Ushka's Cosmetic Setting Spray, and I'll be spraying it all over my face. And this is the final result. This is how you do a cut crease without the concealer cleanup hassle. It's so much easier, it's so much quicker, and you can wear it every day if you really want to. I created this spring-ish type of look with it, and it's neutral enough to be a daytime look, so a cut crease doesn't have to be dramatic. If you love it, you can wear it every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this tutorial helped you and that you'll be brave enough to try a cut crease, because I know a lot of people are shying away from it because it looks difficult. And also, Happy New Year! We're finally in January of 2018, as crazy as that sounds. I hope your New Year's Eve was amazing, because it's my favorite holiday, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I'm probably going to enjoy mine. And yeah, all the best wishes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!